The study here in Everdale is one of the most important buildings in the game, but maxing it out is easier than you may think. Hey guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash with Style, back with another Everdale video. Today we're going to be jumping in to talk about the study and researching. Of course, it is a vital part of the game that you guys want to max out as quickly as you possibly can. So like I said, today we are going to be jumping in to talk all about it. So one of the first things I want to talk about is actually the placement of the study building itself. Moving this study from one side of the kitchen to the other can have a huge overall impact on the speed and progress you can make in your study. So if I was to pick up my study right here and move it up by one tile to here, that would be the most efficient position possible. But I am a man who likes a little bit of symmetry, so that is why I've got it set up like this. But if you would like more information on efficiency for all of the buildings currently in Everdale, you are more than welcome to check out this video right here that is going to show you absolutely everything to do with efficiency. Alright, so now we have got the placement of the building out of the way, we can dive straight into the nitty-gritty details. And the first thing I'm going to be talking about is villager levels. So you'll see right here I have Rhonda, who is my researcher. I have only ever focused her on research. You'll see she is up at level 10 for researching, which is the maximum level you can possibly have. However, early game, if you guys do want to speed up your progression as quickly as possible, my suggestion would be to use this man right here called Franz the Fixer. Now he is going to be level 5 at researching, and my suggestion with him would be to use him to boost to get about 4 or 5 villagers as quickly as you possibly can in your village. Once you've got a nice little setup going, you're able to send those villagers away to the valley or have them doing multiple tasks in your village. Then you should be able to single out an individual villager like I did with Rhonda to individually work on that study and progress her level, because remember, Franz is actually going to be level 5 in all of the skills, and that does include researching. So until you get a villager past Franz at level 5, so you get one up to level 6, he is going to be your best shout. But of course, at some point you are going to have to work on getting that villager leveled up past Franz. So the total time and cost that it takes to get your villager all the way from level 0 up to level 10 in researching is going to be 33.5 days, and that is gaining the XP and including the upgrade times here in the valley. But that is literally doing it back to back, so finishing one, upgrading it, finishing another, upgrading it. 33.5 days is the absolute quickest time you can do it, but that is not taking into account any nectar boosting or potion boosting. And the cost it's going to take to get that villager from level 0 up to level 10 is going to be 55,000 gold. Alright, so now you know that you want to focus on getting that villager all the way up to level 10 as quickly as possible. We can jump into the next thing, and that is going to be potion and nectar boosting. So all potions in the game can be found out here in the valley. All you need to do is come over to your potion maker. If you've unlocked it, you can scroll through, and of course you're going to be able to get some researchers potions in here. So my suggestion here in the potion maker would be to always focus on the most upgraded potion you can possibly make. So for me, that is going to be the researcher's tonic, but if you guys have not unlocked it, then you can potentially go for the brew. If you're really early game and you've not even unlocked that, of course you can go for the researcher's mixture. Sadly, the mandrakes in which you need to make these tonics, potions, etc. are very, very hard to come by, and they are one of the most sought after potion ingredients here in the game. So if you can get your hands on these, 100% I would recommend doing so. Usually you tend to get a couple in the auto per day, and of course you will be able to claim some from the shop occasionally, and of course the ship in your harbor. But you always want to stockpile as many of these as you can. As soon as you have the ability to make the tonics, always focus on them, because they are going to give you a 150% boost, which is absolutely awesome. Also, of course, here in your shop you have daily potions that are discounted that you're going to be able to buy. Sadly, I don't actually have any researchers ones available for me today, but if you ever see them here in the shop, they are discounted, and I would always recommend, if you guys have the gems, to buy these at all costs. And the other thing I did want to talk about when it came to boosting is, of course, nectar boosting. Now, nectar boosting is a really interesting mechanic in the game, because it actually gives you the ability to speed up by 300%, and it's not just going to be researching, but it's going to be absolutely everything in your game. So nectar is an incredibly vital thing when it does come to speeding up not only your researching progress, but everything here in your village. So you want to use it sparingly, but you do want to try and make sure you're using it. Now, I guess you guys could probably call me out because I am actually sitting on 1023 Nectar, which is a little bit pointless, and I guess it goes to show I've probably not been using it as much as I should have, but you guys definitely need to make sure you are making the most of it. If ever you have a no hunger event going on, always try and boost as much as you possibly can with Nectar. That is going to maximize as many of the things going on in your village as possible, and it's going to add that 300% boost on top of the no hunger event to your researcher. And if you have any tonics, that's going to be another additional 150%. And if you have your villager leveled up to level 10, that is going to be another 100% on top of that. So you are going to be able to speed up by just an extraordinary amount of progress if you have the Nectar available, the potions available, the no hunger event available, and of course your villager leveled up to level 10. And the last thing I did want to talk about, which I've already kind of touched base on, is this little fella right here, and that is Auto. Auto will always have some daily tasks for you to complete, and for completing these daily tasks, you're going to be able to get a little chest. This chest usually gives some gold, some gems, and some scrolls. Now, the scrolls are the things that we are really looking for here because they are vital in speeding up your progress in your study. Now, not only do they speed up your progress, but they're also a really handy way of making sure that your study is never empty. So if we go over here to our study, one of the things that you guys will see, I only actually sadly have 197 scrolls. However, if I was about to complete this task here in my study, but I was just about to go to bed and go to sleep, I wouldn't really want my villager sitting idling for maybe like up to 12 hours overnight. What you guys can do is use those scrolls to complete any task that might potentially be finishing overnight, or when you know you're going to have a period away from the game, and that means you can then start another research, and your researcher is never going to be sitting idling and just doing nothing. So you always want to make sure your researcher is doing work here in the study. And that does bring me to the end of this study guide. I hope it was nice and simple for you guys. Honestly, the study really isn't that complicated. One of the most important things you can do is getting that villager up to level 10 and then trying to boost as much as you possibly can. Really, it's not that complicated. Sometimes it's going to take you a little bit of time to actually get that villager up to level 10, but once they are there, you're going to have a really nice, efficient villager getting lots of research done in a really short amount of time. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you would like to see more on efficiency and the best methods of doing things, definitely let me know down in the comments. I've always got lots of plans for lots of videos, but I'm always open to your ideas as well. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like on the video, subscribe as well for lots more Everdale content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.